What's for breakfast today? I always aim for high protein in my diet, but that's just because that's my goal. I want to build muscle. I also want to keep fat off my body. This morning I got mini pancakes, a couple of them, like 6 of them, a bunch of strawberries, and about 200 grams of Greek yogurt, which is about 10 grams of protein per 100 grams. The pancakes also have some protein. Let's count it like maybe between the 3 to 5. So this roughly around the 25 grams of protein. I'm aiming for a 25 to 30 grams of protein per meal, but in the evening probably I'm getting around the 50 to 60 grams within the meal. Either I have steak, chicken, or fish, or something with vegetables and some side dish, some carbs, around the 50 to 60 grams always. So with that, my goal is to have around the 130 gram protein in a day, but I always range within the 110 and 150 gram in a day. I don't beat myself down because I have some days when I'm less hungry. I'm not going to push myself hard and overeat myself of protein and stuff. Sometimes it's just enough and it gets to around the 110, 116. Sometimes I get to eat a bit more, or I'm somehow getting in more protein and I even reach the 150. So I'm ranging between that, and that's good for me. I'm a mother of 2. I'm working full time. I have a bunch of things to do during the day. Obviously, my goal is to build muscle, but I'm not a bodybuilder that I need to achieve this goal by 2 months or 1 month to go for a competition. So you can call me a regular person who's just trying to get fit, who wants to be fit, build some muscle, and aiming for longevity. In this episode, we are going to talk all protein and how much is the much that you actually need, and are you eating enough protein? So to eat enough protein is quite important for us. Protein is already present in our body, in our hair, in our tissues, in our skin. Protein also helps you build muscles. So if you want a muscled and toned body, more muscles in your body and less fat, protein is also quite important to consume, and more of it, not just what's enough, but actually more of it. It also regulates and helps to maintain a healthy immune system, and it also helps you to feel full for longer. So if you eat a protein-rich diet, enough protein for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner, let's put it that way, then definitely you can minimize that snacking in between for yourself. Just to be a little bit more practical and give you a bit more practical example, which could potentially help you later on also with your fat loss goals, if that's something that you are pursuing. Why it matters for fitness, and why many people talking about protein, eat a high protein diet. Is it really something that we need? Is it something that you need actually to consume a high protein diet? Well, definitely if you are living an active lifestyle already, and if you are doing some sports, some more activities than just a sedentary lifestyle, you are going to the gym, you are being active, then you can definitely benefit from a high protein diet. It's also crucial for building muscle. So then it's like kind of a non-negotiable. If you build muscle, you definitely need to eat more protein. If your goal is fat loss, and as another crucial thing for fat loss, protein is also essential, because then it will help you build muscles the same time, and it will help you regulate your appetite, keeps you full for longer, and you will be able to lose fat much easier, faster. Protein also boosts your metabolism. Protein is the macronutrient that has the highest thermic effect of food. When you are eating protein, actually, you're eating high protein, your body needs much more calories to burn and to process that protein that you have just eaten. So that's why it can also help you to regulate your appetite, to help you lose fat, to help you lose weight, because it will keep you full for longer. And on top of that, your body will also burn so much more calories while processing the protein in your body than, for example, carbs and fats, which also means that carbs and fats are broken down in your body much faster than protein. What I have noticed, most women do not consume enough protein. That is a big problem, because all these things that I have just said will not be regulated for you, your immune system, your metabolism. You will have a slow metabolism. If you find that fat loss is just so hard and difficult for you, then it's probably because you are not eating enough protein. A lot of problem with women diet that they overeating from carbs and they barely eat any protein. And some women simply think that they are eating protein because they do not have the knowledge about the protein content of the food. And actually the protein that they are eating is very minimal. You're probably not aware which foods are the protein sources and which foods are the carb sources. because you prefer carbs. You're just overeating the carbs with a very minimal amount of protein. So they say for a minimal sedentary lifestyle, you probably need about the 0.8 gram of protein per your body weight kilogram, or 0.36 gram of protein per your body weight lbs, which is about 56 gram of protein for a 70 kg woman. Now, if you have goals such as fat loss or muscle building, then you need so much more protein than that. So if you have been struggling and you were not able to lose weight for the past years, and now you're about to give up, then you probably are not eating enough protein. 0.7 gram to 1 gram per lbs, or 1.6 gram to 2.2 gram per kg. I think some other things that are keeping women of eating enough protein is certain myths that they are still believing in 2025. Like, for example, some women are firm believers of they do not need enough protein like men, because protein is just going to make them bulky. Overall, just having protein without even exercising, and in general, you are a woman, you do not have as much testosterone as a man, you will not be able to get bulky overnight. Eating enough protein is definitely not going to make you bulky. If somebody put that in your head in the past, just delete it. We are talking about here just sensible and common sense things related to nutrition. And in this first episode, I'm talking about protein, but we are going to have many more episodes in which we are going to uncover myths that are keeping you back from eating balanced and healthy. Eating a lot of protein is simply just not going to make you bulky either, or grow your muscles either. You need to have a calorie surplus, which means you have to have more calories in a day than what you are burning. And then you can achieve gain. Women, especially mothers, need protein for recovery after pregnancy, for hormonal health, muscle maintenance, satiety, and healthy aging as well. As mentioned earlier, protein is present in our body. Protein repairs our tissues, is responsible for a healthy immune system. So yes, we all need protein, and we need enough of it, if not more. Other mistake is with your nutrition, that you think that you are getting enough protein from carbs and vegetables. That means you don't know what you are eating, and you don't know which are the protein sources that actually can give you the good quality protein. Vegetables are usually not enough protein sources. So I recommend you to get a little bit knowledge about which food sources are the protein, which foods are protein sources, and where can you get enough protein, and how much is what you're eating, and how you can higher up your protein intake. Protein sources are mainly the meat, the fish, the eggs, some dairy products, some legumes and beans. They also have some protein, but the highest protein sources will be always meat and fish. From vegetables, you will never be able to eat so much protein than from meat and fish, for example. But in any way, the most important is to not to be afraid from any of the macronutrients like carbs, protein, and fats, because you have to combine them and actually aim to eat them together all. So when you are trying to put together a meal, you have to always think about, do I have protein in this meal? Vegetarian or meat or fish, some kind of protein. Always think a high protein source in each of your meal. Then next to it, think to have enough carbs as well in the meal, and then some fats, and additionally add some vegetables or fruits to your meal to be complete. Because we have to aim for a balanced meal. Nobody said that you only need to eat protein without the carbs. Protein is very important for so many reasons, but that's not the only macronutrient you should be eating. We have also carbs and fats, and they also have the importance in our diet, and we should all eat all these macronutrients in a balance together. So each meal at the day, or at least regularly, you should try to aim for a balance in your nutrition and in your meals, in your daily life, because balance is key for everything. The goal for this video was to introduce you into nutrition, especially into protein in this episode. And in the next episodes, I will also like to talk about other important things and uncover other myths that might be holding you back to eat healthy and nutritious. Now, if you want to know about more things and you want to uncover science-based knowledge and common sense as well, then drop a comment below and let me know what you would like to hear next so we can talk about that. Cheers!